Welcome to Rediscovery, where the wonders of space and science ignite. Picture this. It's a peaceful morning in the Siberian wilderness. The year is 1908. The vast expanse of the Siberian forest stretches out endlessly, a serene and untouched landscape. The air is crisp and fresh, filled with the scent of pine and earth. The tranquility of the morning is almost palpable, a perfect start to what seems like an ordinary day. The sun is just coming up, making the sky orange and pink. The first rays of sunlight pierce through the dense canopy, casting a warm glow over the forest floor. The colors of the sky are reflected in the still waters of the rivers and lakes, creating a breathtakingly beautiful scene. It's a moment of pure natural beauty, a reminder of the peacefulness and majesty of the natural world. Birds are singing in the forest. Their melodies fill the air, adding to the sense of calm and tranquility. The forest is alive with the sounds of nature, a symphony of chirps, tweets, and rustling leaves. Suddenly, everything changes. Without warning, the peaceful morning is shattered by an event so extraordinary, it will be remembered for centuries to come. A super bright light, brighter than 1,000 suns, flashes across the sky. It's an otherworldly sight, a blinding flash that turns night into day. The light is so intense it can be seen for hundreds of miles around. People and animals alike are stunned, frozen in place by the sheer brilliance of the explosion. A huge, loud boom shakes the ground. The sound is deafening, a thunderous roar that echoes through the forest. The ground trembles violently, as if the very earth itself is being torn apart. The force of the explosion is unimaginable, sending shockwaves rippling outwards in all directions. Trees fall down like toy blocks over a giant area, twice as big as New York City. The destruction is massive, a swath of devastation that stretches for miles. Trees are uprooted and thrown to the ground, their trunks snapped like twigs. The once lush and vibrant forest is now a wasteland, a stark reminder of the power of nature. This, my friends, was the Tunguska event, the biggest thing to hit Earth in recorded history. The explosion released energy equivalent to 15 megatons of TNT, flattening an estimated 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers. The impact was so powerful, it was felt as far away as England. Yet despite the magnitude of the event, no impact crater was ever found, adding to the mystery. It's still a big mystery today. Scientists have proposed various theories, from a comet or asteroid impact to a natural gas explosion. But the true cause of the Tunguska event remains unknown. What we do know is that it serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictable and sometimes terrifying forces of nature. The Tunguska event continues to fascinate and intrigue scientists and researchers, a puzzle that may never be fully solved. The Tunguska event happened on June 30, 1908 at about 7:17 a.m. It was a seemingly ordinary morning in the vast, remote wilderness of Siberia. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden hue over the dense forest. Little did anyone know, this day would go down in history as one of the most mysterious and powerful natural events ever recorded. The event took place near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in Russia, a region known for its isolation and untouched natural beauty. This remote area, characterized by its dense forests and winding rivers, was far removed from the hustle and bustle of civilization. This place is far away from everything, and not many people lived there, even back then. The few inhabitants of this isolated region led simple lives, largely unaffected by the outside world. They were accustomed to the tranquility and solitude that the Siberian wilderness offered. A few people who saw it said the ground shook and there was a super loud noise. The explosion was so powerful that it flattened an estimated 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers. Witnesses described a fireball, brighter than the sun, streaking across the sky, followed by a series of thunderous booms. Some even felt the heat from far away. The intense heat wave was felt by people as far as 60 kilometers away, causing some to be knocked off their feet. The explosion's shockwave was so strong that it shattered windows hundreds of kilometers away. Scientists all over the world felt the shaking. Seismographs as far away as England recorded the event, and the seismic waves circled the globe multiple times. This unprecedented occurrence puzzled scientists and sparked numerous investigations and theories. The air pressure changed so much that it went all the way around the world. The atmospheric shockwave from the explosion was detected by barometers as far away as Washington, D.C., and it circled the Earth twice. This was a testament to the sheer power and scale of the event, and for a few nights there were weird glowing clouds over Europe. These noctilucent clouds, which are typically seen in polar regions, were visible as far south as London. The mysterious glow in the night sky added to the enigma of the Tunguska event, leaving people in awe and wonder. The biggest clue about Tunguska is in the forest. 80 million trees spread over a huge area were pushed over like dominoes. It looked like a giant butterfly made of fallen trees. The trees tell a story. They all fell away from the middle like something exploded in the air. The trees in the very center were still standing but without any branches, like something pushed down on them. But there's no big hole in the ground. How could such a big explosion not leave a mark? Where's the crater? Scientists couldn't figure it out for years. It was hard to get to the area and there were problems in the country at the time. So people had lots of ideas. Some thought it wasn't something from space, but maybe an explosion underground. Others thought it was a secret weapon, a tiny black hole, or even a spaceship crash. But most scientists thought it was something from space that hit Earth. But what? Was it a meteor or a comet? A meteor is a space rock made of metal and stone. When it enters our air, it gets super hot and can explode before hitting the ground. A comet is like a dirty snowball made of ice and dust. Comets are lighter than meteors and can explode in the air with a bigger bang. Some scientists even thought it might be a special kind of space rock with lots of water in it, which could make a huge explosion without leaving much behind. Now, with better technology, scientists have a better idea of what happened. They are using state-of-the-art equipment and sophisticated computer models to piece together the events of that fateful day. By analyzing data from various sources, including satellite imagery and ground-based observations, they are able to reconstruct the sequence of events with remarkable accuracy. Tiny pieces from the area and computer models show it was probably a stony asteroid, a big space rock. These fragments, when examined under powerful microscopes, reveal a composition that matches known types of stony asteroids. The computer simulations help scientists understand the trajectory and impact dynamics of the asteroid. It was maybe 50 to 100 meters wide and came into the atmosphere really fast. The speed at which it entered the atmosphere was several kilometers per second, creating immense friction and heat. This rapid entry caused the asteroid to glow brightly, turning it into a fireball visible from the ground. It exploded about 5 to 10 kilometers above the ground. This mid-air explosion, known as an airburst, released a tremendous amount of energy. The explosion was so powerful that it created a shockwave that traveled through the atmosphere, causing widespread destruction. The explosion was as strong as thousands of atomic bombs. To put it in perspective, the energy released was equivalent to several megatons of TNT. This kind of explosion is rare, and has only been observed a few times in recorded history. It made a huge shockwave that knocked down the trees. The force of the shockwave was so great that it flattened an area of over 2,000 square kilometers, snapping trees like matchsticks and leaving a clear pattern of destruction that can still be seen today. The asteroid probably broke into tiny pieces and disappeared before hitting the ground, which is why there's no crater. The intense heat and pressure caused the asteroid to disintegrate into small fragments, which then scattered over a wide area. This explains the absence of a large impact crater, which is typically associated with such events. Tunguska reminds us that things from space can hit Earth. These big hits are rare, but they can happen. Scientists are looking for dangerous asteroids and figuring out how to stop them from hitting us. Maybe one day, we can stop another Tunguska. The Tunguska event is a mystery that taught us a lot about space. It shows us that even far away in space, things can happen that change our planet. So, are we ready for the next Tunguska? Thanks for tuning into Rediscovery, where every journey reveals awe-inspiring wonders. Tap that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to keep the exploration alive. Your next cosmic thrill is just a click away.